You know, you can't be considered the best if you got 4 other writers writing for you. Biggie was freestyling classics without writing them down. It was like, you can't find 1,000,000 Nas. You can find 1,000 2 Chainz. It's just about 2 Chainz. My frat brother says that Tupac is the best rapper of all time. And I disagree with him. Who's talking about hip hop?
Yeah. Hey, yo, Black, it's time. Word, it's timing. It's time, man. Alright, begin.
I kid you not. Kendrick Lamar's gonna be one of the top 5 lyricists of all time. If he keeps going. All he needs is the catalog. He already has a classic under his belt. It took Nas, and Nas is my favorite rapper. It took him like 11 albums. He has 3 classics. 2 arguably. Kendrick already has 1. All he needs is another one. He's 25. Biggie died at 25. Tupac died at like 25, 26. Kendrick Lamar's that same age.
Well, like Illmatic?
18.
Like you.
Well, he was 17, but the album came out was 18. Illmatic.
Like Illmatic, you can.
Thank you. Okay, sister, is the camera rolling?
Great.
I'm gonna talk to y'all. I'm talking to the host. Let's talk about this. My frat brother, I'm gonna say his name. My frat brother says that Tupac is the best rapper of all time. And I disagree with him. So I'm like, to be the best, he could be a great rapper. To be the best MC, you gotta accomplish marketability, catalog, and lyricism. I feel that Tupac was a great rapper, but I don't feel he was a great lyricist. So if you're missing that one component, I don't feel you can be the best.
I think.
How you feel about that?
I'm a Tupac fan. I'm a big Tupac fan. I think he spoke more poetry. He didn't care, like me. I care about when I'm writing a rhyme. You know, this rhyming and this going
word
together.
Flipping, metaphor, punchline.
He's a poet.
Right.
You know, so he spoke poetry.
Right.
In a rap. So I think that's the difference.
Right. And I give Tupac his props, but I can't say he's the best because when Rakim came, he changed how cats is rapping. Like, I'm going to the store. Rakim changed that and was like, take the whole flow. So you got Big Daddy Kane with like 8 different types of delivery. Then you got, you know, Biggie, who was word flipping and metaphors and making party records and being lyrical.
I'm still catching things now from
that Biggie said.
What? I'm like, was that then?
Yeah, I'm like,
it's relatable now.
I'm like, Tupac was cold, but who's rhyming like Tupac? Biggie was the first cat to put his own hook. His hook was repeating his phrases. Cats are doing that now, but constantly, oh, that's Biggie. Jay-Z has had like 20 albums. Every album he quotes a Biggie lyric.
That's true.
Biggie only had 2 albums, 2 classics. How many classics did Tupac have? I'm not knocking Tupac. I think Tupac is one of the greatest. I get it. He's definitely one of the best.
Yeah, he's one of the best.
But you can't say he's the best if he wasn't the best lyricist.
No, I agree with you.
Because there's some rappers. Kanye West is a great rapper. Jay-Z's a great lyricist. You know what I'm saying? The Game is a great rapper. It's cool. Ace Hood is not whack. I like Ace Hood. I like his struggle. Like 2 Chainz, I respect 2 Chainz struggle. I necessarily wouldn't buy a 2 Chainz record. I can escape him because of everybody's album. I want to escape 2 Chainz, but I can't. I buy Jadakiss album, he's on that. I buy Rick Ross album, he's on Rick Ross.
So what's the hype? What do you think? You know, from your musical standpoint,
because it's simple and people are into catchphrases. Back in the day when you had like Nas, you had like Jay and Big, you had to actually listen to what people were saying. Like Wu-Tang Clan, now people just want things in small doses. So I'm jumping out of my car, what? I'm jumping out of my car, what? There's no like decoding of that. You just like, you're repeating the same thing, like she said, a nursery rhyme. It isn't actual lyricism, like flipping words.
That's what I'm saying, it's like, okay, are we adults or are we children? Then we have to listen to nursery rhymes and not listen to music with substance.
I was in high school and I bought Nas's, I think it was Stillmatic, and he wrote a rhyme, it's called Rewind. And he literally started half the rhyme talking about a story, and then he wrote it going back in time with it. Like the bullet went back in the gun. I walked back in the house. Like it was so crazy.
So dope.
It was like you can't find 1,000,000 Nas. You can find 1,000 2 Chainz. It's just about 2 Chainz about how hard you work to get into it.
I feel like is he gonna last? Is 2 Chainz like a rapper like 2 Chainz gonna last or
absolutely not?
Does he have longevity? But in his right, he feels like he does. Like when he speaks at his interviews, it's like I'm gonna be.
He doesn't have enough to say.
Right. Guys like 2 Chainz have hustle. Hustle can kind of sometimes overlook talent. Some people who are very talented don't want to put the actual hustle in. So you really lyrical, but you're just local. You don't want to take that extra step. And the guys like 2 Chainz, they work harder because they're not lyrical. So he has to overcompensate.
Right.
So you have the Trinidad James that get a $2 million deal, but Joey Badass can't get a deal.
Right, but that's $2 million and you're one and done.
Right. Lupe don't got a hit record. And Lupe is one of the greats in terms of lyricism. But he's not working as hard as Trinidad James. He's like hard as the Gucci Mane. So they get in the major label.
So you feel with the lyricism, with being a lyricist
and the hustle.
And that hard work.
You get your Jay-Z's, you get your Eminems, where you match both with the skill and the work ethic. And now
we were just talking about that, like how he sold 1 million records before his album, Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Before it even dropped.
And even that was over publicized because like I work in the music publishing world on Wall Street. That's my like 9 to 5. Basically what Jay-Z did was what every record label does. They'll sell 1 million copies to Walmart. Walmart's responsible for selling those records back. It's kind of like a distribution deal, but Jay-Z just made it publicized in terms of like his whole album. So he personally sold 1 million to the company. So the business model just made it apply to what he's doing.
Right.
It wasn't like it was brand new, it was new in how he did it.
Right.
So I respect it. You know what I mean? Jay-Z, and the album's high. And people talking about the $1 million sales, the album is high.
That album is murder. Like he shows you that you can still be a lyricist.
Be lyrical.
You can still
Fuck your iris and to the IRS and then the I and IRS and iris and how you spell iris is like IRS. Like you gotta think. He's talking about somewhere in America like twerk, Molly twerk, like how you know, white females now adapting to hip hop culture, which is like America's worst fear because they're colorblind.
Right. Yeah.
So he's like, you gotta listen to what he's actually saying in the method. And he's able to speak about his level and make it relatable. Some rappers know how to do that.
That's hard to do.
Yeah.
Like I feel like he adapts to every genre. Like he just adapts every decade.
He's
every
42.
Decade.
He's like 42 out rapping cats that are like in their 20s.
Like Baby Blue will be like 15 and he'll still be making music.
You have a blueprint 40.
He'll making music for Baby Blue and all her.
The Game is the best rapper. You know what I'm saying? Lupe is a great lyricist. There's a difference between a rapper and a lyricist. So, Little Kim, a great rapper. MC-Lyte, a great lyricist. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between an MC. An MC and a lyricist to me are like the same, right? A lyricist thinks of how to say one line and then have double, triple entendres. You know what I'm saying? You can say, I'm in the car, I'm in the car, I'm in the CAR, I'm in the ARC, and the AC's in the... Like that is a lyricist. A rapper to me is like, I met a shorty at the mall, we was about the ball. Like, it's cool, not just a Kanye, it's cool, but it's like, you know, you can't be considered the best if you got 4 other writers writing for you. Biggie was freestyling classics without writing them down. Like you can't compare that. So it's like you can say a cute quote and it's cool, but a lyricist to me is somebody who can flip different words. There's nothing wrong with being a great rapper. You have to play to your strengths. But when you say somebody is the best, that means you're saying that they were the best overall. If you're missing a major part of your game, you can't be considered the best. You could be the best lyricist, but not be marketable. You may not have had a great catalog. You're not the best. You could be great marketability-wise, international, have great songs. If you're not a lyricist, you're not the best. You have to have a lot of components to be the best of all time. I just don't feel that Tupac was the best. I think he was one of the best artists. I think definitely he was a legend. I get why people connect with him on an emotional level, but when you take away and listen to the rhymes, nobody's trying to rhyme like Tupac. But they tried to rhyme like Biggie. They tried to rhyme like Jay-Z. Big L damn near got killed before his first release. People rhyming like Big L. Big Pun. You know, still in the middle of Little Italy, didn't do Italy. Like that's...
Do you listen?
Wale falls into... Not trying to call him Tupac, he falls into like a great rap. I feel like Wale, and that's not a diss. I feel like some artists aren't worried about being the best lyricist. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some of them just want to be great artists. There's nothing wrong with that. I think Wale wants to be a great artist. He's not worried about saying apartment. He's not worried about saying that. He's just worried about making great songs. I think he fits into that category. If you put him on the same track with Kendrick Lamar and J. Cole, and you're talking about lyricists, he may not, you know, be in the same category.
Freedom of jail, clips inserted, a baby's